So hello, I'm Julia and I'm going to share with you today some walking fundamentals that I've picked up as I've been leading walking groups around the world over the years. So here are 3 simple but powerful techniques that you can try out on any terrain. Okay, so let's start with your head. It's instinctive as you're walking along to find yourself looking down at the ground. And the reason for this is that we do instinctively look at the ground when we're deep in thought about emotions, whether they're happy emotions or sad emotions. That's normal. It's also very normal to look down on the ground when you're checking a tree route or an obstacle. And then what happens is you keep your gaze down on the ground to check whether there's anything else. But your head, as you know, is pretty heavy. 5 kilograms, 11 pounds. So if we lift our chin and look ahead and up, then we've got everything to gain. By putting that weight of your head firmly on the top of your spine, what you're doing is means that you don't have to use the muscles in your neck and back to actually hold your head, the weight of your head up. You're actually much better balanced with your head above your spine where we're designed for it to be. And what that means is that your posture becomes automatically better because your chest becomes more open. You can gain more oxygen, so you have a much more efficient use of your energy. Go further, faster, for longer. Also, lifting your head, obviously, you get to see this fantastic view. And why wouldn't you want that? Second, what about the arms? So this is a great trick when you're feeling tired and the path feels long. It really does give you an energy boost. What I recommend you do is really try to swing your arms just a little bit more than you would normally do in the natural opposite arm to leg movement. It really does give you some more energy. Again, it spreads the effort over more muscles, so it's more efficient. And it actually gives you just that slight propulsion, extra propulsion along the way. And you'll be amazed at the difference it also makes to your posture. It is what our bodies were designed to do when we're walking. Okay, third, lastly, and probably the most important, your feet. So use your whole foot. Not necessarily something we all do all the time. By this I mean, go from heel to ball of your foot to your toe. Really does make a difference. Why? Well, once again, you get more propulsion and you're actually spreading the effort and load across more muscles and not just relying on 1 or 2 of your big muscles. Secondly, it will give you much more strength in your ankles and flexibility in your ankles in the long term. So that's a great benefit. So far so good. And that all sounds really simple and you think, yeah, I do that all the time. But in fact, it's amazing how we don't and we pick up bad habits. So here's some thoughts about how you can actually incorporate this and make sure you do think about these things from time to time as you're walking. When you're walking, one of 3 things tends to happen. Some of the time, you're walking along deep in thought, thinking about things that have got nothing to do with where you are or what you're doing. And that's absolutely fine. That's good for you. That's relaxation headspace. Another thing that happens as you're walking along in a place like this, you're looking around, listening to the sounds and really appreciating nature and where you are right now. That's wonderful. That's being very mindful of what you're doing. And then from time to time on your walk, in the third instance, you'll actually think about your physical body. You'll think about how your legs are feeling and how you're walking. Now, obviously, you don't want to be thinking about this third thing all the time. So what you can do is actually use some of the triggers around you, the bird song, the view, what you see, all those things to actually trigger you to think, oh yes, how am I feeling physically? How am I walking? Am I thinking about head, arms, feet? So as you're romping around up the mountain, along the track, I'd encourage you to think about all those things and try things out as you're perhaps feeling a bit tired, as you're feeling you want to go a bit faster and catch somebody up, or as you just feel that you want to get round that next corner quickly because you know there's a fantastic picnic spot just around there.